Hello student, today we will discuss about the short answer in this video. Okay, today is your question answer day. So today we will discuss about the question answers, which is a short answer in your book, page number 37. First question of your book is write a short note on Bhoja. Here you have to write about the Bhoja first, who was ruler of Gujra and Pratihara dynasty. Answer is Bhoja first was the most famous ruler of Gujra and Pratihara dynasty. He ruled from AD 836 to 885. His empire stretched from Kashmir to Narmada and from Gujarat to Bengal. He captured Kannauj and made it his capital. He was devotee of Lord Vishnu and adopted the title of Adi Varaha. Okay, Bhoja first was the most popular and very brave and powerful ruler of this dynasty, means Gujra and Pratihara. Gujra Pratihara were the Brahmins. You have studied in this chapter. Gujra Pratihara was Brahmin, but they also converted themselves into Kshatriya and they ruled over the area of Narmada, which is located in Madhya Pradesh, and from Narmada region to Gujarat and Gujarat to Bengal. They stretched the empire from here, and he made his capital to Kannauj. Kannauj became the capital of Gujra and Pratihara, and they were very big devotee of Lord Vishnu. So Bhoja first adopted the title of Adi Varaha. Now the second question of this chapter is discuss the Pala dynasty. You have to tell about the who were the Pala. The Pala dynasty was founded by Gopala in 750 AD. Gopala and his successor and son Dharampala were able kings and founded a powerful kingdom. Devapala was another powerful king of the dynasty. The Pala Empire was dominant power in north with its territory stretching across the Bengal and today's Bangladesh, East and North India, Nepal and part of modern days Pakistan, Afghanistan. They were Buddhist and encouraged Buddhism. They built viharas and revived the Nalanda and Vikramshila University. In chapter I have explained about the Pala dynasty. That Pala dynasty was founded by Gopala in 750, and Gopala was succeeded by his son Dharampala, who was also a very able king of this dynasty, and they expanded their empire from today's Bangladesh, from northern India to Bangladesh, which is located now it is East and West Bengal, and in the east and in North India it was also stretched till Nepal. Okay, his empire was stretched about in the area of Nepal also, and he in the western part of our country or northern western part of country, he stretched his empire from Pakistan to Afghanistan, and they were very big follower of Buddhism. Palas were very big follower of Buddhism. That's why they built so many viharas and also revived the Nalanda University and Vikramshila University. Both these universities were well known for their education center in all over the world during this period. Now next question of your short answer is, why is Mahmud of Ghazni called idol breaker? Okay, why he was called the idol breaker? Mahmud of Ghazni is called the idol breaker because he had attacked and plundered many temple towns. He destroyed the temples and took away gold and jewelry. In chapter I have explained about Mahmud of Ghazni, that his main motive was to loot the wealth of our country. He wanted more and more wealth from our country, from India, to strengthen his army. And he don't wanted to rule over the territories of India, but he wanted so many wealth, jewelries or gold to make his army powerful. So he looted so many temples of our country, and he broke the images of god and goddesses which were located in many temples of our country. For example, the Somnath temple. That is why he is called the idol breaker. Now the fourth question of this chapter is, why is defeat of Prithviraj Chauhan in the second battle of Tarain considered to be turning point in Indian history? Okay, why the victory of Muhammad Ghori or defeat of Prithviraj Chauhan is considered a big turning point in our history? Okay, the answer is, the defeat of Prithviraj Chauhan in second battle of Tarain is considered to be a turning point in Indian history because it laid the foundation of Muslim rule in India and increased invasion from the northern western frontier. Okay, means when Prithviraj Chauhan was defeated by Muhammad Ghori in second battle of Tarain, you know that in first battle of Tarain, Prithviraj Chauhan was won. He was victorious. But in second battle of Tarain, there were so many Rajput kings, they not supported Prithviraj Chauhan, and in this battle Prithviraj Chauhan get defeated by Muhammad Ghori, and it was the big turning point in our Indian history because it laid the foundation of Muslim or Turkish empire in our country. Okay, in this way the invaders got the new way to enter in our country, and to invade India, and they also established their empire in our country. Like Muhammad Ghori, who gave foundation, or we can say foundation, to Turkish empire in our country. After his death, Qutbuddin Aibak founded the slave dynasty in our country. So in this video we have discussed about the short answer, 4 short answers which you have to do in your fair copy, and remaining question and long answer we will do in next video or in next session. So you all have to complete this work till next class. Okay, and write your answer in neat and clean handwriting in your history copy. Okay, thank you.